Hi everyone, this is Meredith Lego, and I'm doing a series of videos on Ascension science. A lot of the content that I'm bringing forward comes from a connection or a channeling connection that I have with a being called Ascended Master Hilarion, who's basically ascended his consciousness past the need of going through reincarnation. And I've been able to connect with him in order to sort of download or bring lessons forward for all of us to understand, how that's possible or how to do that. The last series of videos I've gotten into have been more around the concept of portals and stargates, which very much connect to Ascension mechanics. And then I'm kind of going back to a few latent channeling sessions that I did that got into the concept of the rays, which are, kind of structured photon streams of light. So literally think of rays from the sun. And in the very first video that I did on the rays, I provide a more kind of technical definition of what that's about. So I did find in my sort of body of work another passageway on the rays, so I thought I would bring that forward. And I asked Hilarion in this particular case, what is the purpose of the rays on the body? Now, if you go back to some videos that I did, it was a whole series of videos that I did on how photons actually impact the development of DNA and on the physical body and on the multiple body types that we have between the physical, the emotional, the mental, and the etheric bodies. And if you haven't seen those, I encourage you to go back. So I was just trying to connect the concept of, rays themselves into the actual physical body. So his answer to that question, again, what's the purpose of the rays on the body, is transfer of consciousness. And then after that, the word will came through. So transfer of consciousness, will. He says that rays are evolved production of consciousness transfer light codes. They are the instruction codes for manifestation of form within physical, mental, emotional, etheric, personality, and causal bodies. This allows for Source to know itself in all dimensions and all realities and energetic forms in the hologram. The codes are algorithms of choices depending upon the learning path of the individual consciousness fractal. So there again, he references the concept of rays really carrying photons of light, which essentially are seeded with codes of information. And in this particular case, he calls them evolved production of consciousness transfer light codes. So again, you're getting sort of a download of information when you're interacting and getting receipt of codes through rays of light that essentially can, the intention here is really evolve consciousness. And I'm sure that's been some of the drivers for the evolution of species as well, because you're essentially transferring information codes through light. So there's not much more that I want to cover in this particular video, but I just wanted to, try and keep at least this learning topic together around the rays, since I found another passage in the plethora of material that I have. So with that, I'll end, and I will see you in the next video. Thanks, bye.